Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Writers Mindscape. Don't do it.
You know what would be awesome?
What?
Mindscape.
I told you not to do it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, today we are talking religions.
Yes.
This is actually going to be serving as two episodes in a sense. We're wrapping up cultures and segregating into actual how to create religions.
Yes.
So you guys are going to be intently in both groups.
Yeah, it's a cool little segue episode.
Yeah, pretty much. So today we'll be talking about just about your cultures of religions.
Right.
And then starting next week's episodes, we'll start talking about how to create religions, things you need to keep in mind on.
Right.
And look at. So, Adam.
Yes.
Define religion for us.
Wow. This one's actually kind of tough. Let's see here. Let's go with, it's a belief system based upon a number of customs and, well, for me anyway, the way I've always looked at it, and rituals that then can also shape your worldview, therefore shaping your... belief. Once again, back into that cycle of your beliefs shape your worldview, and your worldview shape your beliefs. So,
to me, religion, I define it based on the beliefs that are resolved around a doctrine.
yes. Okay. I like that.
Yes, you have the rituals, customs, traditions that come with it as well.
Ceremony.
Yep, but it comes down to a doctrine that. Yes, personal experiences do involve in that, but that's usually also based around what you've been told to believe.
Exactly.
So, yes, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, there's also once again, history is a great spot to go to for doing this.
Yes.
Is the religions within your world based upon single deities?
Yes.
Multi-deities.
Yeah.
Nature.
Yep.
What is it that your people worship?
Yeah. Do you have do they worship the fact that they are still alive?
Exactly.
So they kind of worship each other or in food because that's what keeps them going.
Yeah.
Do they worship the sun because it keeps coming up and gives them light and keeps them warm half the time?
Do they worship the moon?
Yeah.
Or if you have multi-moons or multi-suns.
Maybe they're in an area where they're enclosed, but to get to their enclosure, there's a very big animal that leaves them alone.
Yeah.
Or doesn't realize they're there. That protects them. So they see them as they worship that animal.
Do they worship Cthulhu and the old gods?
Yeah. So it really comes down to where you stand on what the people are going to believe in. Look at Japan. They are an island.
Yeah.
They believe in like demons and waters, spirits, and all that. I'm probably butchering.
Oh yeah,
in many ways, but that because their creation myth starts with how the islands formed. So water does have a big play in it.
Right.
So that's really comes down to that as well. So now next week we'll actually be talking more about doctrines and all that.
Yeah.
You're only 3 minutes in.
I'm looking at this and you're already going to next week's episode.
Oh, no,
okay.
I'm just talking about that like briefly. We'll go more into details on that.
Okay.
But so when you're talking about there, usually you have with your religion a god or gods.
Right.
So when you're dealing with this, just you gotta be thinking through all this stuff.
You can have religions that don't have a creator myth.
Yes.
Or creator theory.
Yeah. It really depends on how you want to go about it. Maybe if you're a person who loves science, maybe you want to have your people have a more of a science-based religion.
Yeah.
For it. You can do that. There are religions that are based off on science that have a god or creation like that.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it happens.
Whatever.
So focusing on those things and just kind of look at how if you're a religious person, look at your own religion. If you don't, if your friends, family, other people you work with, look up their religions and just kind of look at it from there.
Yes.
Because that's the best thing to do to go about it.
Yeah, really using, like, I'm not saying go out and, buy a bunch of, religious texts, but look at religions. Look at how they operate.
There's a whole thing called the internet.
Yeah.
You can use that.
Yeah, find some reference material. Work from there. Look at ancient history. Look at the way that societies used to be.
We haven't gotten to it yet.
I keep going to history every time.
Yeah, but no, because I'm actually going to jump on that right now.
Oh, okay.
Because we haven't covered it here yet. I'm not sure if we actually will ever cover it in great detail.
Yeah.
But what is the history of your world? And how much of it is the myth part that people have made up based on what they've seen?
Or misinterpreted over the years.
And versus stuff that this is my experience, this is what someone came up one day because that someone asked way back, and around the time the people became intelligent or sentient, that they asked, like, well, this, they saw a turtle, and so the world's fly on the back of a turtle with giraffes and elephants.
Yeah. Sorry, just flat Earth. What's up? How you doing?
I know.
Everybody else looks like a globe, except for us. We're flying through the universe like a frisbee.
Yeah, I know. So, again, it just really comes down to those things.
Yeah.
Did they just make it up because they don't understand the idea of how wind is made?
Yeah, exactly.
So clearly there's a spirit or demon that is causing this. When you piss them off, it can get violent.
Yeah, is your world a world where there are sprites and spirits that actually do control, local weather and stuff like that? Yeah. Do they have to be pleased? Are the people actually worshiping them or just accepting them as a tradition and a custom?
Yeah, because it all comes down to a lot of different things. And if you're going to throw magic into your world, you got to figure out how your society reacts to that.
How does are you going to have, one of the biggest questions is, are you going to have religion in your story? Yeah. Is it going to play any part in the story?
I think in most places you should have some kind of religion in your story for the culture of the people, but it doesn't have to be going into great detail.
No.
Little tidbits here and there can be thrown out there as part of the story just to kind of give it fleshed out so you have an idea.
Like a character celebrates a religious holiday.
Yep.
But other than that, we don't really pay attention.
Yeah.
Or, maybe your character is a fighter of the demons. Is basically a paladin.
Yeah.
A fighter for their religion. How do they react?
Yeah. And we'll be like we said, we'll be diving more into how to create religions.
Yes.
In the coming weeks. So we're just kind of playing around with these different things. And going forward, we will be talking in great detail about the difference between beliefs and doctrine.
Yeah.
The good and the bad of religion.
Well, as I wrote down, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yes, because there is ugly.
There can be. There's always some ugly.
We'll talk about God.
Usually it's me.
Yeah. It's hard to look at you, man.
It's okay.
I can't wait until we're doing this by screens. I can just look away from you. But we'll talk about gods and stuff like that as well. Going there. Wow, this one was a shorter one than I thought. Anything else you want to add, Adam?
Well, I mean, another thing that I've always had, when you have religions, multiple religions, how do the religions interact with each other?
Yeah.
Are you going to have one religion, and everyone accepts this as the religion? Or are you going to have different factions within other religions?
If you have one religion, how did it become the one religion?
Right. That type of thing.
So again, if you have multiple religions, they shouldn't all get along. Maybe some people will.
Yeah.
Because it's a great way of tension
and
conflict in stories. If you really wanted to dive into that area.
Remember, conflict does not always have to be physical.
No. It can just be a disagreement over something that leads to something physical, or
maybe it never really leads to it.
Or just always...
You just have two people that are like, I don't like you.
Because of something.
Yeah.
and they get into arguments constantly because of it. Over stuff that hasn't even anything to do with their religion.
Exactly.
So, well, yeah, it's just a way to think about it. So, I think we're good because we said this was more of a segue.
Yeah.
In between. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us know down in the comment section what your thoughts are on this topic. Be sure to give us a thumbs up since you made the end of this podcast. And be sure to subscribe.
Ding.
Ring the bell.
Ding, ding.
And become one of us. Oh, wait.
No. Support us?
No.
No.
Join the collect. No, that's mine.
No, we can't do that one.
No.
Yeah, I've heard that Tim guy is going to sue us if we keep trying to use that one.
He bet you it. Yeah, your ass he's going to.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it has been awesome. Thank you so much. And keep writing.
Keep writing, and we'll see you in the next podcast.